You're standing in the kitchen, staring at the counter, wondering if a high-end coffee machine is going to be a daily win or just another expensive paperweight. You've probably seen a few glossy ads promising cafe-level drinks at the touch of a button, but you also know how easy it is to waste money on something that never fits your routine. I get that hesitation. You want the machine to actually deliver on the hype, to be worth the price tag, and to slip into your morning rhythm without a steep learning curve. A link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The Jura Z10 is Jura's flagship in the fully automatic line, and it tries to be the Swiss Army knife of coffee makers. It promises up to 32 different specialties, everything from a straight espresso to a cold brew latte, so the idea is that you never have to leave the house for a decent drink. The real question is whether that breadth of options translates into real convenience, or if it ends up feeling like a gadget you only use for half the menu. Let's start with the everyday scenario. Imagine you're a homeowner who enjoys both hot espresso in the winter and refreshing cold drinks in the summer. The Z10's cold extraction feature lets you brew a cold coffee without the bitterness you typically get from a hot brew that's chilled later. In practice, that means you can pull a cold brew latte in under a minute, glass and milk container included, and walk out the door with a ready-to-drink beverage. For someone who works from home and wants a quick, high-quality cold coffee between Zoom calls, that's a genuine time saver. It isn't just a novelty. The machine actually holds a 16.9-ounce glass milk container, so you can steam or froth enough milk for 2 drinks before you need a refill. Now think about a family with diverse tastes. One person might want a traditional Italian espresso, another a cappuccino with a thick foam, and a teenager could be after an iced Americano. Because the Z10 stores up to 32 drink profiles, each user can program their preferred settings, grind size, water temperature, milk texture, and retrieve them with a single tap. The learning curve is a little steeper than a simple single-serve pod machine, but it's not overwhelming. The interface is a touchscreen that walks you through each step, and the machine remembers your last selections, so after a few uses you're basically pressing my coffee without thinking. Who should walk away? If you're looking for a set-and-forget drip coffee maker for a small office of 3, the Z10 is probably overkill. Its size and aluminum white chassis with a fairly large footprint means it needs a dedicated spot on the counter. It also consumes more electricity than a basic drip machine because of the heating elements and the built-in grinder. If your coffee ritual is limited to a plain black coffee each morning, you'll likely never tap into the 32-drink library, and you'll be paying for features you'll never use. A practical strength of the Z10 is the 3D brewing technology. Rather than water flowing through a single channel, it spreads evenly across the coffee puck, which, according to Jura's engineering notes, leads to a more consistent extraction. In real terms, you'll notice a smoother balance between acidity and body, especially on beans that are a bit more complex. For a coffee enthusiast who experiments with single-origin beans, that even extraction can make the difference between a flat cup and one that showcases the bean's nuance. On the flip side, the grinder is a sealed burr system that's designed for longevity, but you won't have the ability to adjust it as finely as you would with a dedicated espresso grinder. If you're a home barista who likes to tweak grind size minute by minute to match different beans, you may feel constrained. The machine defaults to a setting that works well for most beans, but the lack of granular control could be a deal breaker for the true purist. Another hidden trade-off is maintenance. The Jura Z10 includes an automatic cleaning program that runs every few weeks, and the milk system has a rinse cycle after each use. However, you still need to decale the unit periodically, especially if you have hard water. The descaling process is straightforward. Just pop in the Jura descaling tablet and follow the prompts, but it does add a recurring cost and a few minutes of downtime. If you're someone who prefers a machine that runs unattended for months without any attention, you'll need to schedule those maintenance windows into your routine. From a value perspective, the Z10's price is justified when you look at the total cost of buying separate appliances for espresso, cold brew, and milk frothing. You're essentially consolidating 3 devices into one, which saves counter space and eliminates the need to learn 3 different interfaces. Moreover, The machine's aluminum body and glass milk container give it a premium feel that can complement a modern kitchen aesthetic, which many buyers mention as an added benefit. Let's talk about noise. Fully automatic machines with built-in